What up, King Cobra fam? Sorry to cut the video short, but your boy Cobra had to take a dump, and I didn't want to do it on camera. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking a squirt on camera. You know, you gotta piss, it happens. But, no, I had to take a massive shit, so I didn't want to do that on camera. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of gross if you do that on camera. Just saying. Give a shout out to Christopher Swint. Thank you for the $10 to my PayPal. I appreciate it. What time is it? 11:47. Okay. Post office don't close till 5, so we got a couple of hours yet till I'm gonna be down there to get those wands in the mail. So that's most definitely what's up, YouTube. And yeah, it's the weekend. I was doing a bit of a Sydney Watson video response, and then I had to cut it short because I was taking a dump. But
food markets and restaurants. Private enterprise was outlawed. Cuba experienced many hiccups, which is why the government issued a food rationing program.
Yes, Cuba is real communism, Sydney Watson.
Mind you, that is still in place to this day. But the state was propped up by the Soviet Union. It should be noted here too that before Castro took power, as far as Latin American countries go, Cuba was doing pretty well for itself. After the collapse of the USSR in the early 1990s, and with Soviet economic subsidies ending in 1991, Cuba felt the burn. Without Soviet support, Cuba's overall domestic production halved. Both imports and exports fell by 75% and 79% respectively. Food shortages continued, the government defaulted on billions in loans, and harvests deteriorated.
So Cuba's experiencing COVID vaccine shortages and food shortages.
My mom has often asked what happens when you run out of other people's money. I guess we know the answer to that question: death. The answer is starvation and death. Starvation, smarvation. At least they had free education and healthcare. In response to this, to limit dissent and to sustain its power, the Cuban government instituted a series of reform measures. It opened the economy to foreign investment, established free trade zones, fostered tourism, and legalized the possession of the US dollar. These efforts, for a time, helped to halt the downfall of the economy. Funnily enough, apparently the Cuban government referred to these measures as the special period of peacetime. Peacetime. Not letting people starve to death is peacetime. We're not setting the bar tremendously high there, are we? But inevitably, a communist state is still a communist state, and Cuba never really opened up politically or economically. Today, the rationing continues. The government tells farmers what to plant and how much to make, and the country is stifled by propaganda and lack of freedom. Roseanne Lake, a correspondent for The Economist, commented in a podcast recently about the state of the agricultural sector in Cuba, which is run by the government. During the podcast, she effectively outlines why this sector is so mismanaged. The government, which has crop quotas, fails to incentivize farmers.
The recurring factor in the food shortages over time is the fact that Cuba is astoundingly bad at agricultural production. You have a system that completely disincentivizes farmers from producing any surplus, right? You have this acopio system, which requires them to hand over a large amount of what they produce to the government and restricts them from selling it on the free market at meaningful prices. And so things just don't get produced. And as a result, there are shortages. But of course, the government isn't taking responsibility for all these things. They, as usual, are blaming international sanctions. Really, the issue here is Cuba's own internal embargo, the one that prevents any sort of meaningful agricultural productivity. And then you have things like, shortages of petrol, which mean that perhaps a farmer has prepared however many 1,000 kilos of tomatoes that were promised to the government that then the government never picks up because there are no working trucks or no petrol to power those trucks in order to pick up those tomatoes. And so of the little that is produced, a lot of it is also wasted. But then you also have a great amount of bureaucracy that further complicates things. So up until very recently, it was actually illegal to slaughter a cow in Cuba for consumption, right? They could only be sacrificed if they were very ill and towards the end of their lives. And now that is possible. And it was sort of being heralded as one of the new improvements to agricultural production, because the government obviously has recognized that this is an issue that they need to improve upon, but they're not doing nearly enough. Slaughtering a cow still requires a lot of paperwork, which, in the words of a farmer that I spoke with in Bayonne, the amount of paperwork required to kill a cow is enough to, eliminate the appetite for one.
Being that Cuba, like other communist states in days gone by, has a one-party system, there's really no need for politicians to be responsive to the needs of their citizens. There are no repercussions. They can't be voted out. Well, I mean, they can, but it usually requires a really big gun. Don't say it. Guy with a hammer. That's just as bad. When considering Cuba's command economy too, the government doesn't allow people to make money or benefit privately from excess labor they might put into their occupation or job. There's no incentive for farmers, for example, to produce crops that exceed their quota. They can't sell them, and if the government buys more than their quota, they're going to give the farmer the same rate of pay. Let's also consider for a second that Cuban pesos have no value outside of Cuba. So if a farmer wants to buy more fertilizer, a better machinery, or whatever farmers buy, I don't know, extra cows, there's really no way for them to do that. The constriction of US dollars in Cuba is another huge reason for the country's current collapse. The tourism market, even back in the 90s, increased the country's GDP by 6%. In 2020, it saw a 75% decrease in tourism, and with that, US dollars in the country dried up. Flights to and from the US have also impacted the money floating around. Foreign capital has effectively...
Well, to be fair, Sydney, not a whole lot of travel has been happening because of the whole coronavirus bullshit. Like, fuck communism, dude. It's like I said in my last chillin video, the one I did before this one. I wish the whole world had freedom and democracy like states. You know what I'm saying? Where citizens could elect their leaders by vote, not because they're forced to. People always talk about how bad it is in America, and I'm like, dude, go live in a third world country. Go live in somewhere like Cuba where you have no choice or no freedom or no say. You can't speak out against your authorities without being punished. Like, it's the goddamn truth. Here in America, if you don't like Joe Biden or if you don't like Trump, you can say what the fuck you want to say about them within reason. You know what I'm saying? You can't just openly, yeah, I'm not going to say it because, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you want to talk about how bad it is here, dude? Go live in a third world country where people have to kill each other for shoes. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people out there who are starving in third world countries. And, that's just another reason why I quit complaining about my dry spell, to be honest. Because it could be worse.
Being cut off from people, especially Cubans, going to the US and bringing money back to their family or generally into the country. So you could say that everything happening in Cuba right now was a perfect storm. Or you could also argue that all of this was inevitable. And obviously, I've left out several factors to save on time. So the main takeaway here is that Cuba is a failed state that is currently experiencing massive freedom protests because communism doesn't work. These people aren't flying flags with the hammer and sickle. They're flying American flags. They want freedom, not totalitarian subjugation. When we talk about communism, some people will say, probably until the end of time, that what we're seeing is not real communism. And they say this because they fail to understand that when it is instituted in any capacity, we end up with Cuba. We end up with the suffering of China and of the Soviet Union. It might not be real communism by Marx's estimation in a book that's in theory, not in practice, because it will always inevitably disintegrate. We will always end up with a totalitarian autocratic leader and a one-party system. And of course, a whole lot of pain and suffering. What's happening in Cuba is genuinely really tragic, and I feel a tremendous amount of sympathy for Cubans and what they're experiencing. And in my opinion, anybody in America, Australia, or many other Western countries should use these examples to take stock of what could potentially happen in our countries or what is happening in our countries. I mean, these things go on here, it's just that they're more insidious. Any country with enough undermining or with enough pressure can look like Cuba. And I have to say this because this is a video about communism, and I know many of you feel the same way that I do when it comes to these topics. If we don't want to end up looking like this, if we don't want to end up in the same situation with similar things happening, it is so imperative that we push back. It's imperative that we start pushing back, like now. Now is a good time to push back. Because as far as I can see, so many of these tactics and measures are on the horizon. Yeah, it might sound hyperbolic, but I'm sure a lot of things that have come to pass have sounded hyperbolic. I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't want to be on food rations. In the end, I'm hopeful that Cubans will find a way out of their subjugation, and for the rest of us in other countries around the world, I hope that we will start taking action to make sure that we don't end up going down the same road.
I actually agree, Sydney. Hyperbolic what? Hyperbolic time chamber? Damn, he made a Dragon Ball Z reference. But I fully agree with you, Sydney, 1000%. I do hope Cubans find the independence they're looking for. And we should just eliminate communism from the rest of the world entirely. And for those of us that aren't like that, we take these measures so that we don't end up like that. You do realize that the right or the Republican side of things, they use fear tactics to spread their information. Yeah. So people, of course, are fearing the idea of a communist dictatorship, while the left will use lies and manipulation, and the right uses manipulation. This is politics, am I right?
Now, before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder that you can download Surfshark VPN using the link in the description. When you do, you'll receive 83% off and 3 extra months free. Now, I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Is what's happening in Cuba right now the result of communism?
Yeah, I think it is. People, they get fucked with, and eventually they just say, we're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it anymore. Like Twisted Sister, we're not gonna take it. No, it's the truth, YouTube. I mean, you look at how America gained their independence. They were being ruled by some king fucking asshole in England, and it's just like, okay. And they eventually said, no, man, we're not going to take it. And they fought for their independence. I do believe every country that is ruled with some sort of dictatorship has the power within their citizens to achieve independence. If you continue to let that oppression happen, then you allow it to happen. And that's just the truth, YouTube. This is why I say power to the people. Power is in our hands to change the world for the better good. It would be nice, to be honest, if the entire world had more of like a hippie sort of mentality, you know? Peace, love, and chicken grease, man. Like one country says, hey, you got oil? Other country says, yeah. And then the country just helps each other. The countries just help each other. World peace and worldwide democracy and freedom would be a beautiful thing. But like, cannabis is just legal everywhere, and people don't fight over oil, and you know what I'm saying? And that's the thing of it, dog. You cannot expect people to farm X amount of tomatoes if they don't have the equipment or the materials to make that equipment work. Petrol, that's just a fancy word for gas, basically. And these farmers in Cuba are being expected to farm all these tomatoes for the government and for their citizens. But they don't have the gas to do it because the government won't give them any more gas. You see what I'm saying? They get X amount of gas. And that's kind of fucked. You can't expect your farmers to, you know what I'm saying, get the crop.
Do you think that it's actually the result of the embargo with the United States? Do you think that there are other factors contributing to why Cubans have food shortages or why they're so
I definitely think communism definitely fucks that shit up. Does the embargo with the United States make it worse? I cannot personally speak on that because I am not from that area of the world.
subjugated? What do you think of communism? Do you think it's a good idea, a bad idea? Do you think it can ever actually be instituted? And what do you generally make of this issue overall? As always, if you like
I think communism can suck a dick.
the video, hit subscribe, the thumbs up button. If you want to leave a comment, feel free to do so. Just be respectful about it. And I will see you guys next time. Ready to start?
Yeah. All right. Oh, I'm not confused on anything, man. Fuck communism. Good mythical morning.
Welcome. Today we turn the food court into a sport. Let's talk about that.
Oh, shit.
Good mythical summer. Shopping malls, they're a menagerie of nostalgia. Let me take you on a quick journey. You got the movie theater where you first held hands with your crush.
Peek under the stairs.
Oh, okay, you got the department store where you bought him a bracelet.
Pink eyes.
Pink ice. And you got the big fountain where they dumped you. Okay, Rhett, what's your favorite and quickest mall memory?
There was a girl I was interested in. Her name was Crystal, and she was the perfume girl at JCPenney. And I went and picked her up one day, and as we were driving home, I was like, she smells too much like perfume for this to work. And that was the only time I ever picked her up.
Sounds like something me or Jerry Seinfeld would say. But I do remember that. I hate malls. You know this, especially now. The only thing in a mall that I still view in a positive light is the food court. You got the variety. You got the shared seating.
I haven't been to the mall in ages, but the pandemic took a toll on Casper Mall, man. They still have Hot Topic and Spencer's and a couple of mixed food court options, but a lot of the stores got taken out.
You got the meet me back here in 10 minutes and we'll see what everybody ordered. So today, we're going to see if all of our food court living can help us put these nostalgic foods in their proper place in history. It's time for the Shuffleboard Game Food Court Edition. Welcome to the Shuffleboard Game Zone.
We're going to be tasting some iconic dishes from popular mall food court restaurants. We're going to shuffle our puck to the decade we think the restaurant was first established, not the time that it was added to a food court, because that would all be like the same year when food courts opened up. This is when the restaurants were established as restaurants for the first time, but they happen to now be in food courts. Whoever gets closest to the decade wins.
And Bump Fest rules remain in effect. We're going to be bumping each other with no limit, except for in certain exceptions headed into the final round. And we added more bumpers on the sides to increase the Bump Fest effect.
Yes, the loser will be escorted out of the shuffleboard game zone by mall security. Let's shuffle.
Okay. Oh, there's some rats on this close.
Because they're like mall rats.
Yeah.
I get it. Oh, of course. The
We're in
classic.
Sbarro territory.
Oh, I like the way you say that. You just so
Sbarro?
Yeah, you don't say Sbarro. You're like Sbarro. You
Sbarro.
really bring the S and the B together, which I think is how the Italians intended it.
Yeah, right. Am I right?
Man, that's a big piece of pizza.
And even though we didn't think we would like it, when we were taste testing our pizza, we were loving it.
It's good right now, man.
And it's a go-to spot in the food court. When all else fails, you can go back to the SB.
I'm going to go first because I won last time.
Decades randomly placed on the board from the year 2000 all the way back to 1920.
Man, that's good pizza. I don't care who you are. It was, they were like first in line to get to the food court, first of all. So they had some kind of like reputation.
It definitely feels that way.
But not too big of a reputation because it wasn't like Pizza Hut or anything like that. Based on no logic whatsoever other than the fact that it had to precede food courts. I think this is 60s or 70s.
Okay.
I'm going 70s.
You're right in the middle of the pyramid either way.
I'm going 70s.
Oh, the board is fast this morning.
Okay, so I don't even know what decade I landed in because I covered it up.
You've traversed to 1980.
Okay, I'm in the 80s.
I definitely think of, food courts really hitting their stride in the 80s. Maybe being invented in the late 70s.
The pepperoni.
I think Sbarro,
Perfect.
It could be as early as the 50s to me. 50s are calling me, but because it's a bump fest, I'm really tempted to bump you.
Well, here's the thing about the bump fest with the bumpers. In the past, when you bump fested a dude, you might bump him right off the board, but now you might bump him right into the right answer.
Well, for this one, I'm just going to stick with 1950.
Also, right at the peak. Oh, that's too hard, my friend.
Oh, gosh. Slow. Well, it still defensively places me in a good spot.
I don't think you can lose this round unless it's 1920 or the year 2000.
After immigrating to New York from Naples, Italy, husband and wife Gennaro and Carmela Sbarro opened their first delicatessen in Brooklyn, where Carmela Mama Sbarro made pizza slices for workers going to and from work. Sbarro has been selling this traditional New York-style pizza since 1956.
Oh, I was right.
You were right.
And then I swooped.
But it doesn't matter. You got the round.
Show me a show with as much close game as we've got here. Cinnabon.
I don't think I can think of one, Link.
I think this is actually considered a close.
Just because it's one Cinnabon, I'm going right for the heart. Oh, look at that. I just pulled a straight heart out, like Temple of Doom.
I'm gonna suck it out like I'm.
Yeah, I'm going to do it in a way that's a little bit gross.
That worked.
Okay, you're in the lead, so you're up. Sticky hands. That's good.
Every day, I die over and over again. But now, I'm gonna stop this. Let's take this to the next level.
Okay, Cinnabon, sin. You feel a little sinful when you eat it, don't you?
Especially when you just eat just the heart.
Yeah.
Leave the rest.
I think this is a more recent development. When we were kids running through the Crabtree Valley Mall, there was no Cinnabon in 1980. I think this is a 90s creation. 90s. You think it's 2000?
I'm not going to tell you what I think.
All right, yeah, I'm thinking 1990. Again, I got to go light. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Okay, you
Okay.
reached 1990.
Right there in the middle. That pole's going to be a little sticky.
The thing that I think you failed to take into account, Neil, and yes, you did make a sticky poll. If it was at Crabtree in 1990, it was in the world no less than 10 years before.
Okay, then you're thinking 1980?
I mean, I think it might be 1970, honestly. But I think that the 80s is when people started thinking things like, you know what? We don't have to just have a restaurant that has stuff and Cinnabons. We can just have a restaurant that just has Cinnabons. I think it's 70 or 80s. I'm just going to try to get past you on the left side.
Okay, what ifs? Fast forward this morning, I said.
Yeah, very, very fast forward, very slick.
Cinnabon was Rick and Rich Corman, known for their classic cinnamon rolls that use cream cheese frosting and make hara cinnamon from Indonesia.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Cinnabon's first location opened in Seattle's SeaTac Mall in 1985.
85. There we go. Solidly in the 80s.
You pretty much nailed that one. Quick reminder, today is your last day to order the limited edition 2000th episode collectible silver coin. Be a part of Good Mythical Morning history. You gotta order this thing before midnight Pacific time today, if you're watching this in today time. Mythical.com. Get that 2000 coin, y'all.
Get it.
Rhett McLaughlin, coin hand.
Coin hand man. Oh, here we go.
Pretzel. I mean, a lot of times this is not food court. This is like mall median.
That's good. Salty, doughy, moist. Yeah. I would think you'd be all over this because you like soft bread.
I'm not a big pretzel man. Yeah, I myself am surprised.
But it's not crispy. It's like super soft and salty. I like that.
Yeah, it is good.
Okay, pretzels.
Oh my God, it's so moist.
Why? Because it's knotted.
Because knotted, hard, salted bread are like one of the first things. Whoop, I just spit some pretzel out. First things that people thought about.
What's the second thing?
How do you get that knot out? The thing is, I could totally see somebody being like, Wetzel's pretzels since 1920. Like it could go back that far.
And boy, that would go back real far. You can bank it off the back, get a little bump action.
You know what? I'll leave the bump action to you, Neil, because I actually think it's 1930, and I'm going to put my putt right there on 1930 and invite you to mess with it.
Good luck with that. He's nailing it. Okay. You could be right.
I could be right.
I'm definitely feeling the oldness of the Wetzel pretzel. I need to get you away from 30, but not closer to 20.
It's exactly the trap I wanted you to fall into.
I also don't want to push you to 40. So
many things to think about now.
I could go over here, bounce off the wall, hit you. So
I'm thinking about it like pool at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to bump you to 2000, leaving me in 1970 for a 20-40-30 win of the round.
Don't understand the math.
I'm going to bump the crap out of you, too. Bump fest.
Oh, now if it's 1930, I still might be closer.
Yeah, we got a measuring tape.
But if any other decade, I think you got it.
The Wetzel's original pretzel is hand-rolled, baked fresh, and lightly buttered and salted. Along with his co-founder Bill Phelps, founder Rick Wetzel has been making money off his childhood nickname, Wetzel Pretzel, since 1994.
I think I might be close.
1994? We were both
You
so
want to
wrong.
measure? I think you should measure just
Gotta measure.
just to be sure. Just to be sure.
Yeah, there's no way that.
Oh, you just moved it. You bumped me away from you, man. Hey, you
No,
bumped
I
me
didn't
away
move it.
from me. The coin hand.
71
man.
and a half.
The coin hand man. Coin hand man's hands.
71 and a half. 76 and a half.
Woo! Coin hand man rises again.
Lucky duck.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Aaron Julius. Oh man, this takes me back.
Mm-hmm.
Put some vodka in
That is
that orange
green.
Julius. Make screwdrivers.
You're still stroking first here.
Couple of things to point out. Thing number one, Link has bent the rod, and I don't know if that's the official name for it. If this was the Olympics, you would be DQ'd.
But bend it back.
No, I'll play with it like this. Oh, it's going to be different though. You remember seeing? I remember like being a kid in the '80s, going to the mall, and the Orange Julius would be by itself, not in a food court, and it was kind of like a little bit dark, and there was a lot of wood, but like the display was just all these oranges, like
a lot of fake,
so many oranges that I thought were real. So like literally in 1981, 82, I remember seeing this. So is it the '60s or the '70s? I think we're in the '70s.
Going for 70.
1920s is when it was established.
Okay, well, it took a left turn there at the end, but it was the right distance. Here's your bent rod.
Let me see if I can.
I didn't know it had so much cream in it.
Gotta make it right, man.
Oh, that's why I went to the left, because of the bent rod.
See, this Wetzel's Pretzels thing has gotten in my head. That being from the 90s,
Anything's possible
I
now.
know that it was in the 80s, like you said. It could have been invented in the 80s for malls. Again, I got to bump you out of the 70s because that's right. But I can't bump you towards the 60s. Where do I want to bump you? I want to bump you into that back corner.
Oh, you want to just put baby in a corner?
Because I do not believe
Nobody puts
it's
baby in the corner.
winter. That would be correct.
They didn't even have orange juice back then.
I want to just gently bump you into 20, but I want to land between 1970 and 1960, right in the middle of the pyramid.
Okay.
That was gentle.
Maybe it's the 1920s. Who knows?
When Julius Freed first opened his orange juice stand in Los Angeles, his sales were low until his friend Bill Hamlin turned him on to an icy orange drink made with ingredients like vanilla to offset the acidity. Thus was born the iconic Orange Julius. The Orange Julius beverage store has been in business since the late 1920s.
All right, I'm going to bend it all the way.
I'm sorry, man. The bump vest has just gone completely against you. Ah!
Ha! Corn dog. Now the corn dogs. What is this? Corn dog.
You know what this is? This is hot dog on.
Side note, what's the deal with like fast food uniforms? Have you seen some of these? Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? You too. You know, the kind of like fast food uniform that's just like, you don't want your friends to see you in it because they're going to laugh at your ass. Like, bruh. And you're sitting there like, yeah, well, at least I'm making money. What the fuck are you doing? That's the truth.
No, it's freaking hot dog on.
Oh gosh, you can have my ketchup if you want it, or you can dip into your pile of ketchup.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I prefer mustard.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Carney special.
Oh man,
You're going first.
I love corn dogs.
You've led me astray, along with yourself, twice in a row.
You bent the rod, man.
I've bent the rod, but you've been wrong. And then when I've gone along with you, you've somehow won 2 in a row. This is not a pretty win for you.
What year was Matt Carney born? And working backwards from that, how long would it take for something to exist in order for Matt Carney as a teenager to then have interest in it? So I work backwards from that.
30, 40, 60, 70, and 2000 are in play.
I'm really feeling 1940.
They definitely had hot dogs back then. They definitely had sticks. That pretty much takes care of it.
This is going to be difficult for you because you have to do some special things because you can still win, but there's some special things that have to happen. I'm going to place my puck and then we'll talk about that.
1940s.
Okay.
Overshot 40 into 1960, which is my guess.
1960 is your guess. Okay. So this is a bump fest. Now, typically when we get to the final round that's not a bump fest, we say that the guy who's losing and cannot win has to bump off of the back and then land directly in the correctly guessed decade, not touching the sides in order to win. But on a bump fest,
You know what an iPod's favorite sport is? I heard it was shuffleboard. Get it? iPod shuffle. That was such a bad joke. type on a shuffleboard.
My proposal is that you got to do that, but you also have to bump the other dude out of the way.
And I know this is being added to the scroll because these bump fest rules are making the scroll longer.
Right?
All right, so I'm going to bank it. It's going to come back off, hit your puck, sending it towards me and leaving me squarely within 1960, the correct answer for the win.
I mean, if you did that, I would be very impressed, and you definitely deserve the win.
Oh, way too hard.
Oh,
My trajectory was quick,
I think you might have needed to do a
but
double
my
bank.
strength was way too much.
Hello, boys.
Hey,
Yeah. This makes me feel better.
Very excited.
While I was born in 1983, that's not why we're here. When Dave Barham opened his food stand in Santa Monica, California, he originally served ice cream and lemonade. However, things took off when he used his mom's cornbread recipe to perfect the hot dog on a stick. Hot dog on a stick has been hiring handsome employees ever since 1946.
Dang, I was wrong anyway.
Oh.
I'm a little closer, so I do get the point, which makes it presentable.
Link, I hate to inform you, but you are going to be escorted out of here by mall security.
I don't have anything on me. I've got nothing. What?
Oh, the mall cop.
I'm not the shoplifter. It's the tall guy.
It's sad to see. It's sad to see your friends.
You know
all
what
the way
time
in
it
sync.
is?
I didn't even say thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell yet. You know what time it is.
What is up, everybody? My name is Andy, all the way here at America's largest downtown square in Graham, Texas, enjoying the Texas Food Truck Championship. It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
The largest
Andy.
square, like downtown square,
Apparently, yeah.
in the world.
According to Andy.
Graham, Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, there it is. Click the top link to watch this identify which food court restaurants were combined in these ramekins and good mythical more.
And if I
That's crazy.
know where the Wheel of Mythicality is going to land today, July 30th, 2020.
Okay, I'm down. Let's see what's on Good Mythical More.
Coming for black-owned sunscreen? Leave with a brighter tomorrow.
Robert Dubois. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU.
You're joining your suicide squad.
Welcome to Good Mythical More. Let's invent new restaurant combination names for your local food court.
But first, let's play 10-word story. And let's
All
make
right.
it about the mall food court. Why not? Let's be on brand.
Jimmy.
Love food courts because they offer free
Samples.
Yeah.
Jimmy loves food courts because they offer free
samples, bro.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I get to put you in a position. But then you got out of it.
Yeah. Listen, you can
You did
always add a bra.
You did. I put you in a position and it was the Lotus.
I feel like the guy in Graham, Texas. I've lost his name now. I feel like
Andy.
I could say bra to him.
Jimmy?
Hey, bra.
Andy.
Hey, bro, is this the biggest square in the world? I don't know what he said it was. Is this the biggest downtown square? You'd be like, yeah, bro.
This ramekin
That's
contains two things and it looks nasty.
I really love the way that you tease the ramekin part of the more.
Well, I like the word ramekin. I learned
Yeah.
it here at
Yeah,
Dental
it's like-
Entertainment.
You're here because of the ramekin, huh?
I'm going to tell you what this is without eating it.
I don't want to eat
It's
this.
hot dog on a stick in McDonald's.
Oh, I
You
can,
got one correct.
no,
hot dog on a
McDonald's
stick.
isn't on the
Subway.
thing.
Hot dog on a stick in Burger King.
Why? What? Oh, I guess McDonald's is on the list.
Is there
But
Subway?
no.
What's
Is
hot
there
dog on a
what?
stick and something that serves, Five Guys.
There's three things: hot dog on a stick, Five Guys, and one more thing.
Oh, and one more thing.
And this thing you ate in the main episode.
Wetzel's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got all that from Scent.
Okay.
All right, so let's see those
So put those
three
three
together.
together.
That's too much for us to visualize. Throw that on the screen. Does that not work? We have to
Hot dog on a stick, Wetzel's pretzels, and Five Guys.
Five Guys on.
Is that a
stick.
no or is that a yes?
We're working on it, but
Okay.
why visualize?
I just
for
need to
now.
know because
5 pretzels on a
I
guy.
cannot visualize 3 things.
5 pretzels on a guy, like one of those weird Hollywood parties. Where you just walk in and there's a guy with 5, he eats pretzels off of them. I've been to a few.
One guy's hot dog stick. 5 sticks in a hot guy.
Well, it's a guy's stick. Something on the guy's stick.
It could be a
Pretzels on a guy's stick.
hot guy too.
Pretzels on a hot guy's stick.
Whoop, I can just see
That's
him
good,
now.
right? Am I close?
No, it is good. Sorry, I didn't.
Hot-
Let my words of encouragement
hot
kick in. Now I
sticks.
was holding back. That was so good, Rhett, but
Hot
that was not true.
Wet,
Hmm?
Oh,
wet, hot,
wet dog.
Link?
hot, wet guys.
Yes.
All right, we haven't. Oh, let's move that one there. Do you see something? That looks pleasant.
Looks like we got some
Boba.
Panda Express.
Boba time. I'll give you both time.
Okay, but there. A Mongolian Grill.
Yeah.
Mongolian Grill and boba, and then what makes the? It's not Orange Julius again.
It's just
No.
chocolate.
It is a dairy situation.
Haagen-Dazs or Dunkin'?
Mm.
Is it ice
Or
cream?
perhaps it's a dairy situation.
Oh, Dairy Queen.
Okay,
So that's just a Dairy Queen. ice
Dairy
cream.
Queen, Mongolian Grill, and Boba Time.
Queen Boba Time.
Oh, time, Bo,
Queen Time.
Queeb, Queem,
Mo. Are we?
Queed.
Mongolian.
You're scaring me.
Mongolian Queen Time,
Gri,
which is every day at 3 p.m.
It's something time.
Go Time.
Queen. You can't not have
It's
Queen.
Boba Queen Go Time. Dare I?
Is Mongolian
Boba.
in there?
Part of it.
Go, the go part, I bet.
Leon?
Bogo Quee Day Gura
Golia?
Gritty. Grill plus time is gritty. Gritty.
Queen's in there, right?
No.
Oh,
Dare? What about dare?
No.
but Dairy's in there.
Dare to keep kids
A
off
part
drugs.
of it.
Air.
No.
Re.
No.
Da?
The D, yeah.
Good.
The D
Oh.
is actually related to this as well.
Dong Time.
Hold on, where? Oh, so you got Dongolian?
Dongolian Time. I think Dong Time.
There's a lot of words to just end up with
Dongolian.
dong time.
Yeah, Mongolian. I like
Hot,
that.
wet guys, Dong
Stevie
Time.
likes Mongolian.
Dongolian grill. Oh, we have another one.
Now
we're going
We're
backwards.
back.
Panda Express, McDonald's.
Mm-mm.
I only smell Panda Express, and I just cannot taste any of it.
I don't
Something's
think
fried.
you would get the second one.
Well, there's a burger in there.
We have
No,
No.
there's not. There's cheesesteak.
What about Mrs. Kebab?
Charlie's Philly Steaks.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, those are the two.
Oh, okay. All right.
Panda Express, Charlie's Philly Steaks.
Panda Phil.
Feel my panda, and it express my panda's steak glands.
Express Charlie.
Phil.
Charlie's
Phil.
Charlie's Panda.
Panda steaks.
Uh-huh.
Charlie's Panda Steaks.
No, it's panda steaks.
Just panda steaks.
Yeah, it's just panda steaks.
Just panda steaks.
That's just funny animal joke.
That should have come before dong time.
Yeah,
Which
right.
that's how-
It's
that's
a
what
good
they're-
non
That's what
sequitur.
they're trying to do.
It's a good non sequitur.
All right, now we've got some sort of
Well, before we get into that,
sliced ham.
two things that you need to know. As we've already said, last day that you can get the 2,000 episode coin.
Order this. You will regret it when it's on eBay and people are trying to charge you too much for it. Or you want to put it on eBay, but you don't own it.
You will regret it if you don't get it. You said order this, you will regret it. Just I know what you meant. If you don't order this, you might regret it because yes, it does become apparently more valuable than it is. Also, this is the last day to sign up for monthly membership of the Mythical Society Third Degree in order to get the onesie that's over here.
Yeah.
To put on
It
yourself.
goes from your ankle to the top of your head. It's not too hot, not too cold.
MythicalSociety.com for details.
So there's some sliced ham. This is Subway. I keep smelling Subway, but I'm just smelling meat. Hot dog on a stick.
Yeah.
And then what is that? There's a ham. There's definitely a ham.
Yeah, it's not Subway, but it is.
Borrow. Jersey. Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those just those two?
One more. There's a creamy base.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
Look at that creamy base, y'all.
Hagen Jimmy Stick.
Well,
Hey, stop hogging Jimmy's stick.
that's so.
John wants a
That's
little.
so. I feel like that's all.
John's hogging Jimmy's stick.
Hagen John stick. Yeah. Yeah, you nailed it.
Okay, all right. Moving right along. Well, what was it?
Hagen John stick.
That was a quick
And you
one.
said Hagen Jimmy's stick.
Oh, okay.
And then I said John is hogging Jimmy's stick. But
Yeah,
we didn't
right.
say hogging John's Jimmy. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, right. That could have been better.
Oh, now we've got a dessert situation. There's some Mrs. Fields cookie.
Mm-hmm.
This
There's
is Fields
some,
cookie with
ice cream.
There's two ice cream places.
so we got Dairy Queen
Yep.
and
Haagen-Dazs.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yep.
All right, so we're back into Hagen. Let's see. What's Hagen Mrs. Fields Queen. Hog Fields. Oh, hogs aren't in fields though. They're in
What dairy hogs are.
Oh, you're right.
Dairy hog fields.
Yeah, pig milk. Fielding
This is Queen Hog.
queens from the dairy hogs. Is it hog? Are we back in Hagen?
No.
Oh, we're in Gendaz.
Gazin, Gendazen.
We're just in Daz.
The only part of Haagen-Dazs that you're going to use is the H.
Okay. Mrs. Harry Queen.
Yeah.
This is Harry Queen.
That was a little juvenile, guys. Only one day left to get the mythical.
Yeah. Fucking good mythical morning, dude. Yes. Yes. Trying the world's strongest alcohol. What?
Welcome to Raid Shadow Legends. If you're wondering just what you're getting into, Raid Shadow Legends is.
Can we drink this? Oh, it's just fuel. It's just. Hi, I'm Chad. So man, peace. Hello everyone, welcome to video. Today we've searched far and wide every corner of the edge of the earth and parts of the globe to find bottles of liquor, but not just any bottle of liquor that might kill us. That's right. That's right. And my name is Dee. Yeah, so we have alcohol from all over the globe that scales up to a very high lethal percentage, but we're going to start small with some motor oil. Don't worry, it's only 40% gin. It just looks like this. It says made in Italy. It has a hashtag, engine. Pure organic gin, #1. We're gonna pace ourselves. No, we're not. We're not doing too much. There we are. Because once we get into the really fatal stuff. But hey, the shirt, cool shirts, fatal. Link on screen. What's the code, chat? Cold ones. My name is Dees.
This one is 40% and it costs 57 Australian dollars.
Consistency, nice and clear. Get the fuck up. Cheers. The fuck was that? Yeah, good taste, good texture. Just tastes like gin. Nothing special. All right, not bad. It's gin. It's cool. All right, nice flow, nice drink, nice flavor, good grog. All right, put this one behind us, Chris, and bring us to the next one. I reckon.
So this next drink is a Hinata small batch Japanese gin. It's 47% and it costs $149.99 Australian dollars.
100 and what? What are we rich? It's a cool bottle, but like, is it worth $140? Like an urn or something. I'll put your ashes in here when we're done with it. See if it tastes as sweet as it looks. It looks like some shit you'd see in your grandmother's liquor cabinet. It's got a nice floral design. I'll touch this up. Give it a crack. Oh, you're stronger than me. Smells like flowers.
That's not a shot.
Listen, we have how much shit do we have to go? Are you trying to kill us? What is this percentage?
47%.
What the fuck? This shit's jumped up 7% already. Hey, before we came in here, he was saying, let's not even drink it. Yeah, he was like, let's just taste it. Cheers. Cheers. Grandma.
You know why not? They have a hot one. So they got
That's actually a really good gin. Wow. Ooh. It's got a weird aftertaste. Yeah. Kind of tastes a little bit like Sambuca. It's like the snip the top of the carrot off and chuck the green bits in. This is good. This would probably be my new favorite bottle of gin. This is good. What? It tastes like fucking hog shit. Nah, it doesn't. It tastes alright. My name is Steve.
Next up, we have a
Review when you're eating hog shit.
It's the blue 100 proof version. It's 50% alcohol and it costs $79.99.
I've never seen a rare blue Smirnoff. Me neither.
We do have some bottles that you can't legally get in Australia, and that we did commit fraud.
We legally can't buy it here, but how did you import it? Is it legal or what?
I think that if customs had seen it, they would have seized it.
Okay. Finally, blue Smirnoff. What's regular Smirnoff? 40? 42. This is triple distilled and 10 times filtered for hardwood charcoal. 100 proof vodka with equally smooth and full-bodied finish. So it's just more expensive, more alcohol vodka. Lemon beast. Okay, what are you doing? What are you free-pouring? Vodka? Okay. What is it? Okay. He's familiar with what vodka is, so this one doesn't matter, even though it's the highest one we've done. Yes. Well, that goes down easy. Yeah, wow, that's better than that's better than regular Smirnoff. I would not pick that that's higher. Do you reckon it's because I think it's filtered more? Whatever it is, it's higher quality. It makes it smoother. What's next on the list?
All right, next up, we have a 52.9% Highland Park 17-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey. It costs $400.
It's limited edition. I like that. There's only 28,000 bottles of this. And it's 17 years old, and it's in a wooden case. Nice. Scott, you spoiled us, mate. Names then gave day to noon and twilight morning. Day names. Shut up.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a glass of water because I drank all my beer yesterday. I didn't mean to, but it happened. $400 for a bottle of scotch. Are you fucking mental? That is fucking insane. That shit better taste like fucking Satan's fucking elixir of life, like fucking sweeter than sand, fucking goes down smoother than water, dude. Tell you what. Like I could pay a good chunk of my rent with that money, dude. Fucking $400 for a bottle of scotch. You got a cracker fucked up. That scotch better be smoother than a Marlboro Smooth, I tell you what. Yeah, we'll be getting those ones in the mail here shortly. I'll be doing that today.
Is this a biblical bottle of alcohol? I don't know what the fuck that means. Don't break it. Its name is Deep. Look at the Deep. Okay. Oh, it's the same as dog shit. It's a bunch of bombs. It's a bunch of horse shit. Oh, that's nice. Reminded of a Hollywood photo. Yeah, look at that. Like that. Fuck you, Scott, for spending so much money. The bottle is solid glass. It's got a raised front. Very nice. Fuck it. Let's do it. Distilled in Highland Park. Why is he free pouring all?
This one time, I literally bought a bottle of Jack Daniels. And it fell out of my bag and it shattered all over the ground. I was like, fucking bullshit, man. Could you imagine, though, spending $400 on a fucking bottle of scotch? Jesus fucking Christ. Your fucking channel must be doing pretty good for that shit, man. Let's save on these let's save on those edibles. CBD edibles.
All of them. Like, what's the deal? Because, like, look how much you poured into mine. Is that funny? Cheers. I'm pouring the next one. Mmm. Yeah. Smoky. Yeah. Put some fire in your belly. Hey, what's that funny thing Chad said in one of those episodes? Red belly. Red belly? Red belly.
I suspect it would burn. Alcohol usually got a little bit of a burn.
Smoky whiskey. I don't think it's worth $400. You're paying for the packaging, not the actual whiskey.
Next up, we have a 55% Troma Cinco Cinco still Blanco tequila.
No.
This was $110.
Chad's not free pouring this one. Fuck that. This looks syrupy. It looks refreshing. Yeah, this is bottle. Not much to say about this. It's made in. Who gives a shit? Let's drink this sucker. All right. You're the one that wanted to spend 20 minutes fucking on every single. Hey! This one don't have a pamphlet or a box. Whoa. Really? I hate it. No, yeah, that was ironic. This bottle sucks. Look, it wobbles. Oh yeah, it's got a rounded bottom. I think that might be on purpose though. For what? What purpose does that serve? Easy to fall off the shelf at the bar?
No shit.
No. Let's put that away, okay? Before you hurt yourself, alright? On the count of three, say your favorite Mr. Beast friend. 3, 2, 1. Carl Jacobs. God. Damn it. Alright. Oh! Fuck, that'll make anyone immortal. It tastes exactly how you'd expect. It's nothing like, I don't know. It's made out of a cactus. Grog check. How you feeling? I'm a 2 out of 10, Buzz. I'm more than that.
Next up, we have a 2005 Transcontinental Rum Line Barbados 13-year-old
Carson? 13?
for $240.
$240 for a bottle of fucking rum. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking from 2005, so I reckon it's going to be expensive.
59% alcohol.
When you're trying to hit your word count,
55%
I wish I
alcohol,
could
dude.
say that normally. That would be almost funny. When you're trying to hit the word count for your essay. Yeah, that. Oh, it's a rum. Rum drinkers beat their wives. This motherfucker got a whole boat on it. Aged in Europe for 2 years, aged in the tropics for 11 years. Why'd they move it? Barbados.
Yes.
Bubble these nuts. It smells vanilla, like vanilla extract a little bit.
What's it smell like now?
Yeah. Pretty smooth, actually. Yeah, not bad at all for 59%. I think that's because before this we did the tequila. That's sort of a scary one if you're drinking that on the night. You didn't know. Yeah, they go really good in the cocktail. That's good. All right, what's next on the list, Scott?
So the next one is a Sheer Villiers 14-year EMB Plumber Continental aged cast strength rum. This one is 64%.
and costs $260.
It's 64.8. Yeah, we're getting serious now. There's no more fluffing around here. What does this one look like? Anything cool?
It just looks like a bottle of fucking. You know what it looks like?
That looks like it should be in a hospital.
I describe. Oh my god, I'm drunk. This bottle of rum. You're wasted already.
What the fuck does that mean? You're wasted already. Let me brush your hair.
Oh, I love that sound. Why is this one so clear?
Let's get that medical grade plumber shit, boys.
Mario be drinking this.
Ooh, easier than the tequila still.
Yeah,
So,
still a little bit.
I don't know what to tell you. There's no flavor to that. Like that one had a
vanilla.
that had
a
a
banana.
That had a better flavor. This just tastes like nothing.
So next up, we have a Stag Junior Barrel Proof Straight Bourbon Whiskey. And this one was $299, and it is 67% alcohol.
Still aged and bottled by Buffalo. I doubt that. George T. Stagg was born in Kentucky in December 1835. No one gives a fuck.
How much did you say this was, Scott?
65.
They're different.
Like, I was giving a fuck about it.
It's kind of cool.
Oi, look this up.
Oh, I love that sound. What's the sound?
Love that sound, so you give a fuck about it. Like,
Oh,
I don't smell anything.
I feel like I'm getting lit. Sorry, what was this dude's name again? Oh yeah, George T. Stagg. Fuck him. Let's try out the old
That's
George
messed up.
Stagg.
Hey, the George Stagg legend.
We'll see if he's
you
gonna
gotta say that while you drink your shit. That's legit.
That's good. I gotta chase it to the 65%, but it's good.
55 like that.
How are you guys feeling?
I'm trying to gauge how far away it's catching up.
Yeah.
If we sat down for 10 minutes, would we then feel like, oh, okay, I'm even more drunk? All right, boys, it's the top 4.
This is a Jade Terminus Oxygenate Absinthe. $199, 68% alcohol.
Oh no, that sounds good.
Look at the bottle.
That seems like some shit that they'd be having as like ceremonial shit. This motherfucker got a cork in the middle, bruh. Hey, Prezzo, put the Hammer Bros on screen.
Why would you put a cork in absinthe? You're not aging absinthe.
Put the Hammer Bros on screen again.
Well, there we go, Max. I hope you like cork.
What? Hey, Prezzo, put the Arugula from Mario walking past the front there.
Where's the absinthe bottle? Right in front of you. Oh, I'm fucking trying to drink.
Rest in peace, Robin Williams. You're a real one.
Yeah.
Licorice.
Yeah, it's got like that initial disgusting, and then it's just like you've had a bit of licorice.
Yeah, Dan.
Let's have another one. That shit busted.
Chad, one more. Chad has one. I would not.
I'm a real man.
Facts. Comment below. Chad's the biggest man on the show.
Yeah, the drink, man.
Hey, don't you have a flight at 6 a.m.?
Got a drunk flight before. I have one more shot with me.
Chad, where you going? Yeah, Chad, you have nothing.
Gary, come on, bro. Have a little bit of absence in your life. Fathers, they be getting lit on the absence. Woo!
Shit was 68 proof. That's nuts.
I think that one's more dangerous in terms of that's the highest one so far, and it's not the most disgusting.
If you do it without ice, it is. I think I shouldn't have done 3 of those. There are comments on the vids, and they're like, hey, they haven't been drinking as much lately. Fuck you guys. How would you have a drink?
I think that's just 16-year-old kids being like, hey, man, I could drink you under the table, bro. Let me on the show. Fly me out there, bro.
Hey, man, I'm from Siberia. Let me come on the show. I'm from the Bermuda Triangle. Can I come on the show?
Next up, we have Admiral Vernon's Old J.
The Admiral! Who
You
the
don't
fuck
drink
is
unless
Admiral
you're of age.
Vernon? Why does he look like a tiki mask? Oh shit!
It was $60. It had to import it. There was only one website that would sell it to Australia, and it's 75% alcohol.
That is
75%.
fucked up. Well, you reckon the Admiral's ever met George Stagg? It feels cheap.
What, how much is this?
Only $60.
Yeah, this is that shit that's made with motor oil and shit that they just.
The
found
Admiral
around.
literally brewed this in his shed.
It's on his boat.
Oh my god! It
This
smells
is
like
on his ship. He was like, I have a bit of fucking fuel left. That smells like some spices from my cupboard. Yeah. Wait, what's this thing? Okay, for the UK market only.
Yeah, dude, all these have black sticker dots on the back of them. Is that because we're not meant to have them?
This is literally a thing that goes over this thing here. If you can manage to peel it off, it's kind of hard. It says, for the UK only.
There's like, I just put a sticker on it, man. The customers won't fucking know. Alright, are you ready for this? Let's see what you scallywags are drinking on the fucking shit. Holy fuck, man. If I was in the UK, I wouldn't have a job or anything. Alright, let's see how flammable this bitch is. Oh, it's just petrol. Are we able to put this in our body?
I guess UK motherfuckers built different.
This is the shit I put in my fucking missing cube. Alright, let's do it. Let's see what the Admiral is all about.
Cheers.
Alright, the Admiral. Maybe you can say rest in peace. He's probably dead. Oh my god, I like that. That was good. Tastes like eggnog. Yeah. Do you know this bottle has 53 standard drinks in it?
Yeah, that one's a dangerous one.
I would do a shot of this over the tequila. If you put that and a thing of just shitty vodka next to me, I'd be like, the vodka's fucking disgusting. Yeah. That would be like, that's fine. Sorry, what percent is that one? 75.5. 75.5. You could literally put this in like a lawnmower and it would run 52 standard drinks. You'd die, right? If you drank this bottle, you'd die.
Let's go take it to a house party and just pour it in the fucking punch. Let's just go kill people with guns.
Enough killing. What's next on the list?
Okay, we're now up to number 2 on the list, which is a Stro 80.
Can I just say, the further we get up the list, the less syllables Scott is saying.
It's a Stro. It's 80%. It was $90. I'm pretty sure this is what they put around the necks of St. Bernards. So that if you got lost in the mountain.
Sorry, a $90 bottle, and that is what percent? 80. Okay. High strength alcohol. Warning: rapid or excessive consumption can cause injury or death.
80%.
Holy fucking shit! 80%. Sorry, is that actually? It's in the fucking name. I feel like, sorry, yeah.
I enjoy a nice hard stiff.
Oh my! It smells like actual petrol. Yeah, that is fuel all the time. That's just like an airplane or.
Speaking of alcohol, Wyoming makes the milk can moonshine, and you mix that with some Mountain Dew. Good Lord, is that good? Like, straight up, I would mix milk can moonshine with some Jack Daniels and like either some Monster energy drink green or some Mountain Dew. And call that shit liquid redneck, dude. I tell you what. Good Lord.
Huh? Let's just see how flammable this one is.
It's flammable because I think its prime use is for lighting fires. The secondary use is for drinking.
Why is it so funny when you travel? I feel high. Yo, is that the absence? I feel high. Yo, my name is Beast. What? Beast nuts.
You know you're drinking potent shit, dude, when the fucking alcohol you just didn't light it on fire.
It looks toxic. This is like a red pink. Oh, it's melting the ice. Like the ice is like holding a lighter to it. It's just melting. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Cheers. Cheers. This one's too nice. That's a monster. That's a glass of water, but you don't need it. All right, here we go. 80%. Sorry, Scott. The chaser did nothing. The aftertaste smells like I've been at the petrol station. The chaser did nothing. Oh, that's just fuel. Yeah, I feel like I'm. That belongs in a fucking machine. Well, don't burp. Don't burp. Don't burp. I don't know what the fuck comes after that. Death? I'm kind of cloud nining. I'm kind of pretty good at chasm.
Shite, you've been drinking for 15
Remember,
minutes.
we're not on ground floor. Be very scared.
I'm not high. I'm drunk.
Okay,
Yeah.
final bottle. This is the Beltion 96.
That sounds like a boss. That
What?
sounds like the final boss.
It didn't have a type of liquor.
Beltion 96 is 96% alcohol for $139.99. Jesus Christ, that is fucking mental. 96% alcohol. Ugh. Dude, you ever had what's it called? Everclear. Yeah, Everclear is fucking mean shit. It burns like a fucking bitch, dude. But then when you drink, after you get done, you get drunk off of Everclear. That shit will fuck your world, dude. You don't even know. Mix some jungle juice with that bitch. Yes.
It just says pure spirit.
What the fuck are you saying?
It's beyond comprehension.
It's ascended past liquor status. 96%. This shit, awesome. This is like Goku's fucking final form when he becomes Ultra Instinct.
This is like when Goku fermented the senzu beans in his garage. Or it's kind of fitting that it's just like back to
normal.
Super plain. Just looks like a bottle of water. It's got a very basic caution sign on it. It says "Do not drink." Wait, what?
What?
Undiluted.
Oh, we got chasers. Can we drink this?
I think it's meant for cooking.
I feel like
No, you know it's strong alcohol, and they're just like, hey, don't drink this without a mixer. Yes.
you should need a license to buy this. Oh yeah, that's a bonfire. Light that bitch on fire, Chad.
Yeah, I'm about to. This is a good shot of the grog.
No.
I forgot about the open lid.
Do not do this.
And it's a good shot. Good shot. I almost just set off an explosive in the
Chad's
office.
making a Molotov.
Oh, this is all flammable shit. Listen, my name is Beast. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm not. Hey, listen, if Susan's watching, hey kids, don't do this. We've been training our whole lives for this. Pussy. There you go. That's yours, mate.
I didn't want any.
Oh, really?
I don't want
Hey,
any.
throw this out. Give him a clean glass.
Nah, let me drink it. Let me drink it.
Yeah.
Well, let's say you're supposed to drink it
You're
diluted.
meant to drink it diluted.
Okay. Tibeltion.
It's a Belgian. Yeah.
They mixed it with Monster to even it out.
It's fine.
That's what I want.
That's kind of fucked. I don't taste any alcohol.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, let's do a shot though.
On top of that,
Yeah.
this is a cleanse. It does say you shouldn't do this at home. You should not drink this undiluted.
Just have a sip. Have one sip.
No. There's no difference in sipping it and finishing it.
So true. I'll drink to that.
Let's go.
Oh,
It's just fuel. It's just straight fucking.
Oh,
That's not like for human consumption. That's herbs. Listen, we made it to the end. We defeated the final boss twice. That's fucked up that you can mix it with that amount of nothing.
it went in my nose.
My name is Beast.
Now that you guys have finished that, I have one final even
Okay.
powerful bottle.
What? Are you joking? It's a bit.
I'm just kidding.
Oh God, I was too excited.
Really?
Thanks for watching, boys.
Well, one
and
more shot.
girls.
One more shot before we go.
The Admiral J's spiced rum.
May the Admiral keep brewing in the back of his fucking ship. Ah! I remember it tasted better on ice. How did that taste shitty all of a sudden? Bruh, I'm fucking wasted. By the way,
Def Leppard's wasted. That's fucking insane. Almost 1 o'clock, eh? No, I had my mini Bic, and I don't know what the fuck happened to it, dude. It just fucking disappeared. I was like, son of a bitch. Like, how the fuck did I lose it? You know how that goes, don't you, YouTube? I got this sick lighter that's refillable, but it's empty. I get cool lighters like this, and I just keep them because they got the cool design on it. What the fuck did I do with? What the fuck did I do with my lighter? Shit. Gullet Saga has arrived. Yeah, I'm aware of the fact that I'm going bald. Impersonating my dad on YouTube, that's so lame. Hide user. Go buy a fucking lighter, you bum. Wow. Well, I actually have a spare that I use for when I need to smoke, and I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's this. And I hate using this to smoke, but I'll do it outside, of course. Speaking of smoking, outside and have one. these tubes. We'll get these wands in the mail. Catch you later, man.